Hello and welcome to my channel, the Solar Scribe. I'm just going to do a reading. I'm doing them for 5 days now for the equinox, so the 19th right through to the 23rd. Today is the 21st, which is the 2 and 1, so it's the 3-3 energy. Master number, also the 22 and the 0 point energy. So we're all in double numbers today, and the overall number is a 10, which is a divine masculine and feminine coming together. And the 1 is the 3. So we're now creating new paradigms. Okay, so that's that. I'll do Ascended Masters first. And then, okay, so we've got Master Jesus, Yeshua, Lord Shiva, Djwal Khul, I can never pronounce that one properly, Lady Venus, no surprise there, Kuthumi, oh, beautiful solar energy for today. And Moyra. Okay, so it's a beautiful sunny day here, and I will be going out later while we're still allowed out, because I live in the UK at the minute, so we're not on complete lockdown. So I'm going to go out into nature. It's very windy, but it's very sunny, and I feel like there's a big cleansing energy coming in as well. So we're on day 3 of this massive gateway, solar gateway, that I can sense in my timeline. It might be different for you. So I'm going to start off with Lady Venus, because she's been very active the last few days, giving us keys and codes through the eyes. So the uploads you'll probably be getting are, I said yesterday in my video, working through dream time a lot. We've been going to classes and leveling up basically for what is to emergence. Okay. And Lord Shiva is talking about transmuting and transcendence. So it's the double T, which is the 22. Master number, so we're stepping up into our mastery now. I said this yesterday, it was a little bit stronger in the message, I think, but we can't play around with this anymore. This is what we came here for, so we're just going to have to pull on all of our resources and do it. Okay, so Lord Shiva is giving a nod to, this is a snake, so he's giving a nod to the base chakra Kundalini experience. There may be some twin flames that are having that experience at the minute, where they're coming together in a very base and sacral chakra way of red and orange. That's why these colours are here. We've also got the new moon, which I think was on the 19th. I keep saying that, but I keep forgetting to look at it. New moon on the 19th, and twin flames are finding each other, is what he's saying. He's saying take note of your hand chakras. We forget that we've got chakras in our hands. My hands have been really sore when I go through a gateway. My hands become really sore, and my cuticles become really swollen and inflamed, and a little bit red, and that's how my body tells me that I'm going through a leveling up process. So it's saying, look at your hands. Are you using them well? So I'm not going to say any more about that, because it's how you want to use your hands. Okay, so Kuthumi is next, and this is the epitome of the solar energy gateway, the solar sun gateway. This is what this is. You may be emitting this through your, I know my aura has been this colour for quite 2 or 3 weeks now. I operate primarily through the solar plexus. So I carry the colour of gold very strongly in my blueprint. Also the ankh, I was talking about that the other week. I bought a silver ankh with a ruby on it to ground me into my base chakra. So you may want to use the ankh as a symbol to help you connect with your inner knowing, is what Kuthumi is saying. Dharma unfolding. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. There is panic and fear on the planet at the minute, obviously. And again, he has this gold all around him. This gold shield seems to be very prevalent in so many of the masters. We've got Lord Shiva with it. We've got Jesus, well, Yeshua, I call him, with it. We've got Kuthumi and Khul with it, Djwal. So I'm feeling that this gold is very, very important at the time, and this time in the solar plexus. Okay. Master Jesus, throat chakra, forgiveness. We are in a time of unprecedented happenings, and we're also in a time of Lent, which is it's something to do with the Catholics, but I know Italy's in lockdown or whatever, but Jesus is saying it's through the throat chakra that we are emerging. There's this word emergence that keeps coming up. We are emerging into our multidimensional energies, and he, Yeshua, was able to forgive. And he's saying, as you too can forgive. Okay. And then we've got Moyra, who awakening presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. So that's what that got. You know, you need to look at your own inner matrix and your own divine blueprint with the crystalline light. You may find that it's blue that you need or white, but mine's definitely gold. But it's saying, Moyra is saying, look at your aura. Feel into your aura and what are your colours? What colours do you need? Okay. Right. Again, I'm feeling a very no-nonsense approach to all of this gateway now. We're going to soften it a little bit with the Archangel energy coming in. That's making it a little bit lighter, actually. Oh, beautiful. Patience and Michael. Right, okay, so first of all I want to go to Sandalphon because he's going with Djwal Khul. So what are your intentions? Djwal is saying one step at a time, Dharma unfolding, but what are your intentions through this solar gateway? What do you want to achieve? And this has been a theme running for the last 2 or 3 videos of mine. Set your intentions. Be mindful of what you are intending, he's saying. Double check that it is actually what you want and what you feel is most beneficial for you at this time. Okay. Uriel, friendship. Look at that. We need it more than ever on the planet at this time, and I was so heartened this morning. There was a thing put on about Audible, the where you can listen to the books, and they've made all of their Audible books free for children. There's some adult ones as well, I think, but all children that are off school, which they are in the UK from yesterday, Audible have made it free to listen for children, which I think is absolutely amazing, especially for parents that haven't got the money, and we know a lot of people are struggling with businesses and things. So I do feel there's a big shift on the planet towards heart, is what Uriel's saying. This is the heart gateway also, the pink, through the pink. And Michael's saying have patience. As starlights we are more than well equipped to deal with all of this. And there are uploads being generated, but it does take Earth time. We're still in a 3D environment, so Michael's saying it does take Earth time to see the results. But what Michael is saying is, please, please, please don't forget about your friends. We can get caught up in this fear. And what Moyra is saying, if you're present, then you have the space to feel into what you need to do for the next step. So the patience is try not to, Michael's saying, try not to let your mind, free fall very quickly. Our mind does that. Djwal is saying one step at a time, so try not to get on a train of thought, well, I won't go into work next week and the kids haven't got anywhere to go, and where am I going to get food from, and why is this happening? And before we know it, we've gone into complete meltdown. Okay, so just be mindful, he's saying, mindful of what you're thinking. Right, so let's go on to the fractals, which I always say this, I absolutely love these. Cheryl Lee Harnish, I've got all 3 of her decks, I love them. Now, I'm not, but again, like I said, my videos have taken a different turn, and I'm not speaking as much as I usually do, so I'm just being told to give you these and you feel into them. The grey and the pink is the higher heart, and it's number 7, which is a very spiritual number. Okay, so that's the first one. And where are the other 2? Here. Next one. Again, the pink, the magenta, with the gold solar plexus in the middle. Lady Venus is saying there's keys and codes coming through on this as well. Okay, and then finally, this one. Feel into the silence, it's beautiful here. I live in a very, very quiet place, which I'm very grateful for. So with this one, I'm feeling that the chakra colours are changing. They're coming into, they're in alignment, but they are changing and absorbing different multifaceted colours within them. And that's the 37, which is the 10, which is the divine masculine and feminine. Okay, right, so I'm going to pull a Rumi card. I got so many cards out today. I was just saying I can't possibly do all these, it will take forever. But I'm going to be as quick as I can with them because they're not... Okay, so Rumi is number 1. Beyond death is life. So I'm being shown that this is the void. And this is the solar gateway. Okay. So it's your choice where you want to be in this, as always. Beyond death is life. Oh goodness, so all of these twinkling starlights, this is basically saying that there are a lot of souls that are passing over through exit points, through choice, and Rumi is here to honour them. Sorry, it's a bit emotional, that one. Okay, that was very profound. Oh, right, let's pull a crystal card. Let's see what's happening there. Fluorite, mental mastery. Okay, so this is very similar colours to these here. You need to be very, which is what Moyra was saying. Be very mindful of your thoughts, be very mindful of what you are thinking and what you are expressing through the throat chakra. Lapis will be very good at this time, he's saying. Carry a piece of lapis with you. That's where the Egyptian tie came in from yesterday. Mental mastery. Don't let your thoughts run off, like I said before, into a spiral state. It doesn't serve you, he's saying. It doesn't serve you at all. Your masters. It's okay to have a blip, but pull it back. The Muse, 15. Okay, so this is number 6, which is double the creativity. So they're saying at this time, because we do have a lot of time, the world is shifting beyond recognition. And I said this yesterday, there are books inside of you, there are pieces of music, this is a very kind of arty energy, a stream of consciousness. Tap into that stream of consciousness and see where it takes you, just for the fun of it. No goals in sight as to where it's taking you, but just for the fun of it. Okay. And they're also saying you can tap into your Akashic record and look at your what's in there in terms of music, history, you know, whatever. Yeah, okay, brilliant. Right, so this dragon, air and fire dragon, so what happens when you put fire onto oxygen? It combusts. Expand your creative energy, harness your creativity, excitement and enthusiasm, communicate your passion. Right, so when you've got your, and the colours are quite similar here, when you've got your passionate project that you've uploaded, communication is key. So we're going to be helping each other through these lines of communication. Oh, okay, Moyra. Lines of communication. Come up with creative ways of transferring what you are uploading to others. So yesterday I saw that some musicians, Andrew Lloyd Webber and the guy that wrote Hamilton, were having a piano play-off on Twitter, which I thought was amazing, because we do need to find we've been given all this amazing music and books, and most people never even have the time to stop and think about anything apart from going to work, getting home, looking after their families and putting food on the table. And I feel now I know people having a rough time financially, but we're having a really, really good opportunity to explore what is inside of us and what can come out. Okay, so I've got the Mermaid, introspection. So again, it's going within, finding what's in there. The Mermaid brings you into the realm of water, which also speaks of our emotions. You will be challenged to dig deep within yourself to understand your fears. Only by doing so can you truly heal. Throughout this journey, Mermaid offers her love and support. Go with her flow. So that's what the Muse is saying. It doesn't have to be a masterpiece. It doesn't even have to make sense if you're doing automatic writing or something similar. Just, you know, the more that you do it. Lady Venus is saying call on her. We've got similar green and teal colours here. Call on her and she will assist you, she's saying. So that's very nice vibration. Right, I've got a crystal mandala to show you. Right, I haven't been showing you any of the books, I've just realised. They're Keepers of the Light. I'm not sure if I have or not. They're the Archangels. I know I did show you the spirit ones. I'm going to show you this now. Okay. I'll show you the dragon one in a minute. Heavenly Mercy, Smoky Quartz, number 9. So, if you have got Smoky Quartz, I know it's a protection crystal. So if you feel that that's something that you need, absolutely fine. If you're aware of looking at this is a solar gateway. And this is the creativity of the sacral chakra, which is what the Muse again is alluding to. Okay. So for some people this could be a merciful situation in that they are being asked to go within and write this amazing book or write a play or piece of music, anything that kind of gets the creative juices flowing is what they're saying. Try not to focus too much on the negative polarity. Music lifts the soul is what they're saying. Okay, so I'll show you the dragon one that I just showed you. Okay. And, let me see. Right, look your light. Sorry, I'm very disorganised this morning. I just feel that chaotic energy's been around for a few weeks now, but it just seems to be birthing a new age. Bringing new creation, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. This is it, people. This is what we've been waiting for. These are the new souls coming in here. Okay. That's that one. And this one. So for 3 dropped out here, so I'm not sure I want all 3. Oh, okay, yes, the same, yes you do. Okay, I do. Right, so the first one is cracked open. Rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. We've hit rock bottom now. And that isn't necessarily a bad thing, because what Rumi is saying is beyond death there is life. And what Rumi is referring to here is the death of the old. The death of the old ways of doing things. Humans don't like change. Very few humans like change. So we've initiated this to help us bring about that change. Courageous peony. Multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. So this is what I was saying at the beginning. There's no more messing about now. We have to step forward and do this. We were born to do this. We've spent thousands of lifetimes or thousands of years preparing for it. And then we have the portal. Doors are opening, you decide. Rewards, wild card. You decide. This is your gateway. Okay. Right, I'm going to do a starseed tarot. Just one. And then we'll do collect and read, I think. Seven of Chalices. So to me that says choices. So many choices. And the number 7, which we had before, which is very spiritual number. I'm hearing 7 times 7. And that's obviously it's 77 if you add them together, but the same multiplication table, something to do with sacred geometry. Somebody could be looking into that, how sacred geometry works and the mathematics and the science behind it. What Lady Venus is saying, interestingly, is that there are 7 planets at the moment that are raising a glass to us. The 7 planets are raising a glass and saying, well done everybody. Very similar colours. Well done all. She's also saying that you could be part of a council of 7. And there's 7 days in a week. I'm not even sure what that means, but show me please, Lady Venus. Oh, right, okay. So what she's saying, there's 7 days in a week. What are you choosing to do? What are you choosing to focus on, and what are you choosing to bring out? What gifts are you bringing to the world at large? And what gifts are you bringing to yourself? Thank you. Okay, so that's that one. Right, I'm going to pull Metatron. He wants to do the same. Pull 2 and then another one at the end. So I will... Am I doing Metatron? Yeah. Let me do this. It's beautiful outside, so I'm definitely going to be going out into nature while I've got the chance. Isn't it strange how we're so busy and we try and fit into walks in nature into the scheme of things, and now that we're being told that we may not be able to go out and do that, we're all clamouring to get out. Well, I certainly am. Number 12, Akashic Records, Evaluation and Review. So that's what the Muse was saying. Look at your Akashic Records. These are the Akashic Records. Look at what's in there. Is there anything you need to change? Is there anything that you want to examine more closely? Metatron is saying. And interestingly, we've got the 3, which is creativity, and we've got the double 3, which is the 6. Okay, so one more from Metatron for now. 21 again, number 3, mystery and mastery of life. So, very interesting. We've got 21 and 12 here, which again is 33, which is Yeshua, Master Jesus. But also this is saying 2021 is going to be a real acceleration for starlight energies. The Indigo is actually looking at the starlight energy and uploading information from within for that. Also through the third eye and the colour violet. Purple and violet are very strong at the minute as well. Right, let's do... Oh, that jumped out. Astrology. Chiron. Now I've heard that Chiron is the wounded healer, but this one says your healing power, empathy and ability to teach or learn remedies. So that kind of speaks for itself really for what's going on the planet. And Chiron is saying it's how you choose to view these how you choose to view these energies that are being birthed. Because whichever way you look at it, they're being birthed. How are you choosing to see that? Sorry, I'm looking for this one. Chiron is cracking everything open. May seem that you're at rock bottom, but actually we're birthing this. And we all know this. We do know this. Okay. Sorry, I just need to look at the back because I'm never sure about the colours. So we've got Chiron, we've got the 10th house, your achievements and status in the outside world. So this goes back to communication. Are you setting up a podcast? Are you setting up a social media platform? Are you Twitter or anything else that where we can get this good news, keep the good news feed going through these times? And then we've got Aries. The energy around you is dynamic and spontaneous. Impulsive action is likely. So it is we are in very uncharted waters here. But the Muse is saying, use that energy. You can go into fear or you can go into creativity. Which do you choose? And also Aries is giving a nod to the twin flame energy again. They're coming together through the fire and air, which was the dragon. So this dragon is helping to bring twin flames together. Harness your creativity, excitement and enthusiasm. Communicate your passion. That's what the Aries energy is. So this red and orange is really strong. I've been feeling that for a while. Right. Let's go with Diana Cooper's, and then I'm going to pull one Metatron card and do the numbers. Okay. Oh, Colette Baron Reed, do you want to go first? No, she's letting Diana go first. So. Sirius. I'll just leave that there so you can read it. So this card invites you to visit the training schools and universities of Sirius in your sleep. This is what I've been saying for the last few nights. Everybody who's a starlight has been going to these schools. And in order to develop your higher mind, access the spiritual laws of alchemy and magic, understand sacred geometry. Again, a lot of you are looking at this sacred geometry for the new golden age, which is the solar plexus and the solar sun gateway. So it doesn't have to be Sirius, is what they're saying. Lady Venus is saying it can be any of the schools and universities that you are tuned into through your Akashic record and beyond. Okay, so that's confirmation for that. Right, one more Metatron card and then I'll do the numbers. Keep forgetting. These cards keep shouting at me saying, I'm next, I'm next, I'm next. It's Collect Baron Reed's cards. I'll try and get the actual book at some stage. It's a long story, but I don't have the book to show you. But I do have, I printed out just the basic thing. I think I've shown you everybody else's. Okay, let's breathe. One step at a time. 8 of Earth. Okay, so, speaks for itself. Music. Anything that is helping. We've been given an abundance and plethora of arts on this planet. Painting, drawing, music, getting out into nature, conversing with trees, speaking to your plants, anything that will, mental mastery. Remember we had the mental mastery of life cards. That's what this is. Bringing the divine stream of consciousness that is creation onto this earth. And being told out of this there will be so much created in terms of new plays, new musicals, new everything that is coming out, and it will be of a much higher vibration. Unlock the genius within your soul. Okay, brilliant. Right, I'll do the numbers. Oh, actually, I'll do another. Metatron's insisting he's going to be a very last card, so I'm excited to see what that will be. Okay, so 9 of Hearts in a traditional cartomancy reading would be the Wish card. And look at the numbers 7, 8 and 9. I've said, and 10. 7, 8, 9 and 10. So I've said all along, there are number sequences that light worker, starlights are being given. So, sorry, they've all fallen on the floor. Just be mindful of what, there's numbers all around. Oh, we're going back to sacred geometry again. So it's a sacred geometry. There's something happening with the numbers. Right, okay, I'll tell them that. So I know that Da Vinci and Michelangelo used the grid of 9 through sacred geometry, and it was the power of 3. The 3, the 3 and the 3. And that's where this Muse is coming back in. I'm feeling so strongly. Our Muses are shouting out to us saying, please, please connect with me. The poet Milton used to go to bed at night and download through a stream of consciousness, and in the morning the scribes would come and write down everything that he dreamt during the night, and he came out with these amazing, amazing poetry. So Lady Venus is saying we're going to classes at night time, not just to learn about what's happening on the planet and what we can do. She's saying we're being given major gifts that are, unlocking major gifts that are within us, she's saying. The gifts are within us and we're unlocking them. Okay. So that's exactly the same thing. Double the 9, double the creativity, the grids. Sorry, I'll just shuffle that again. So the 9 again, as I've just said, is a nod to the old way of being is gone now. It's actually gone now. Our creativity will be so much more in line of who we are as starlights. And we get to choose. We get to choose all of these things. What do we want to choose? Do we want to paint? Do we want to draw? Do we want to write? Do we want to go and help our families? Do we want to help our neighbour next door? Do we want to go on social media? They're raising glasses to us because they're saying you've done it. You've done it. You just need to realise that you're in it. Okay. I'm going to pull 2 more. Right, okay, yeah. So, this to me is twin flame energy. And this is the wish card. So again, 9 and 2 is 11. To all of the twin flames out there that are winging. Okay, Aaron Fire Dragon's coming in because he said he was helping to bring them together. They're winging their way to each other. Such an amazing energy. Through the creativity, I'm not sure I can hold all these cards. Through the creativity. So that's what that is. Aaron Fire Dragon is saying the more that you can tap into this creative energy of Aries and fire along on those synapses of pleasure and passion, the easier it is for your inner universe to bring it to you. Because look at this. Wow. Okay. So that's that. Those 3. This one, in light of what's happening, I'm not sure why I've been given it, but I've been given it, so I'm going to share it, is about getting out into nature again and encouraging the divine masculine. Because there's a lot of stigma around. Tree huggers tend to be more female than male, I have to say. The nurturing divine feminine element. But the men are being encouraged to, even if they can't get out into nature, get out into the garden and get their hands dirty in the soil and obviously wash your hands afterwards, but getting down into the earth elements as a divine masculine. And this is the number 19. This is the diamond light. This is what I was talking about. The start of the diamond light energy started on the 19th. And we're now on the 21st. So we're 3 days in. 3 is a number of creativity. So it's divine masculine and feminine coming together on the 19th. Through this 9 grid of the 333. Of the diamond light. So not only have we got the creative through the heart diamond light, we've got it as in our matrix, inner matrix. Okay, and I'm just going to pull. Thankfully, I had an upsurge of energy as the numbers came through. I feel these videos have been very clipped and a bit computer-like. Number 3 again, 48 adds up to 12, which is the 3. There's a 3 in the middle there. Retreat, rest and pause, the void. So this is what I've said. We're in this void. You know, you can choose to see it as a lockdown or you can choose to see it as bringing out the muse. This is the muse energy. And look at those beautiful colours in that portal. through the communication, through the throat chakra. Communicate with yourself and bring out your creative energy. You may want to paint a mural on your wall. You may want to create some computer art and send it to a friend. What do you want to do with it? Okay, that's all we've got for today. That was a mammoth journey. Thank you for watching and listening, and I will be back tomorrow. Bye.